is up, YouTube? DGWhipZ here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be updating you guys on what's going on with the VR30 swap, when it's going to happen, how I'm going to do it, how much it's going to cost. For a lot of you new subscribers, I've got a bunch of new subscribers lately. I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. Very basically, for those of you guys that don't know and you guys are new to my channel, I plan on doing a VR30 swap twin turbo V6 into this G35. I think the G35, I'm still not sure, but this is going to be a really dope swap, and this is actually a relatively cheap engine swap. The reasons why I want to do this versus just building the engine and turboing it just like everyone else does, this is just going to be unique and different. No one's done this on the G35 platform before. So for those of you guys that know, this is the VQ35DE. This is a 3.5 liter V6 naturally aspirated, and we're going to be swapping it with a twin turbo V6 that has a little bit less of displacement, but obviously there are turbos, so that is a big A plus. And this is capable of making 400 horsepower easily from the factory. Now with tunes and mods and everything, this can actually do a lot more than that. We're talking 500 horsepower. My goal is mostly 450, but 500 horsepower would be an awesome goal to hit. What I actually plan on doing to make this swap very simple is I'm going to be using all Q60 wiring, factory ECU, and even the dashboard. Well, mostly the gauge cluster. So the harness is going to be from the Q60, the OEM Q60. ECU is going to be from the Q60. The transmission will be from the Q60. I'm going to use a 7-speed automatic transmission. I know a lot of people that are doing this swap are doing manuals. I want to do this with the 7-speed transmission because it is a pretty decent transmission, and as long as I have paddle shifters, I'm good to go, honestly. When it comes to just straight up track time, speed times, it makes more sense, and that's kind of what I go for. As much as it's fun to have a clutch and a manual transmission, I do prefer performance personally. Again, that's just me. And pardon my really disgusting interior. Just to update you guys on the paint, it's not holding up too well, and I've redone this a few times, and it's chipping on certain places, and the paint's just fading. It's not looking too well on places. I mean, these pillars are holding up fine because it's not getting a lot of traffic use on them, but when it comes to like where I actually sit and use the bolstering and everything, it's just coming apart. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to use some black leather dye to fix that, hopefully. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's possible that the heat just destroyed it, and I did use quite a few layers of paint, and it just was not holding up very well. What I wanted to show you guys was, you see the OEM gauge cluster here for my Infiniti. What I plan on doing is getting an OEM gauge cluster out of the Q60 and maybe mock fitting it into the dashboard up here, so that way my gauge cluster is literally plug and play. Everything will be plug and play, and I even consider doing the entire dash and converting the whole interior. This is because I'm not an expert on wiring, and while I don't mind wiring door switches and locks and all that simple stuff, wiring super complex things like gauge clusters, speedometers, radios, AC, everything like that, that's just gonna be a pain in the ass, and that's gonna really hold back the swap from getting it running and drivable. So I would like everything to work. I want my AC to work because I want to take this on long trips. I want to take it to Sacramento to show off the Be Distinct. I actually want to take it to Florida, and I want to meet up with all the G35 YouTubers and just like really show this off. And I also want to get this to SEMA as well. By the way, there's cops over there. They're just chilling, hanging out. Don't mind them. But I want this to be working, and I want it to be like basically factory and reliable. I don't want to wire everything myself because I barely know the first thing about wiring. I just know connect this color to that color pretty much. Another thing I forgot to mention was how much I think this is all going to cost. The engine I can get for like $2,500. I can get the transmission for about between $500 to $1,000. I'm still not sure on the transmission. The transmission is a little expensive. Custom work, I'm gonna have to do custom exhaust, obviously custom drive shaft, I assume. I'm gonna just add that up to like $1,000, if not $1,500, just to be safe. I might need some custom hoses for radiators, custom lines, all that good stuff. The interior, all the parts I'm gonna need. I think I can actually do this for about $7,000 or $8,000, give or take. I mean, this is going to be a thing that's going to nickel and dime me to death. However, compared to most engine swaps, this is actually not going to be too bad. The engine is not super expensive. Oh, there goes the door. and I'm not gonna have to fully fabricate the engine bay or anything like that. The engine drops right in, no problem. And everybody does this on 350s and 370s, but shout out to DGWhipZ here. We're gonna be the first to do it in a G35. That's gonna be fucking sick. Now, when is this going to be happen? And to be honest with you guys, I'm not sure. Due to the virus and everything going on, it's been very difficult to gauge times and how much money I'm gonna have, how much money I'm making, everything. It's so fluctuating. I'm in between jobs. Well, I'm working right now, but then they just told me I can't work for 2 weeks, and then I'm trying to get another job. And also I'm in between flipping the Porsche, but unfortunately the Porsche has a blown head gasket, so I have to wait on parts, and then I have to take that apart, do that, send it to the machine shop. So I'm really just, there's a lot of waiting, there's a lot of crap going on right now, and life has been one hell of a ride right now. And trust me, I want to do a swap more than anything. I want to do this like literally immediately, but right now it's just not the right time. And quite honestly with you guys, it's just been a very interesting, difficult time. This is going to happen, I promise you guys. For those of you guys that are new to my channel, just wait. For those of you guys that have been watching my channel, I appreciate you guys so much for being patient and sticking with me. This is going to happen, I promise you. Our goal is SEMA 2021. I do think we can still make that time frame easily. By the way, the car is dirty, don't mind that. I'm sure it looks fine on camera, but it's very dusty. But the car's been holding up great. No, not too many problems as of late. I've replaced everything I needed to replace. Everything's been good and running condition. Been driving it all around town, taking it on trips. Everything's been good with the car. The Porsche needs some work. I'm waiting on parts. For those of you guys that are following the Porsche 944 build, yeah, it blew a head gasket. I didn't get that on video. I will make a video about that later. I'm a little frustrated about that. I don't think it blew. I think it was already blown, and the dude just sold it to me like that. But yeah, it was a really big mess. That's another story for another video. But another cool thing about the swap is that it actually sits on the stock engine mounts, and you can just get Z1 adjustable engine mounts, motor mounts, whatever, and it's very, very bolt-in and plug and play. Then we just need to do custom exhaust, probably a custom drive shaft. We're gonna have to maybe do some custom AC lines and stuff like that, brake lines, ABS, want the ABS to work, all that stuff. Maybe relocate the battery to the trunk. All that stuff is relatively simple. Again, I'm mostly just worried about wiring and stuff like that. That's what intimidates me the most and what I have the least experience in. This is going to be a very challenging and awesome build, and I'm really excited to do it. I just really need things to fall in line, and then we'll get started immediately. And if you haven't subscribed, do that right now. Thank you guys that regularly follow my channel. Make sure you like, and if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Also, comment down below what you think of this engine swap. It's a really cool swap. Is this dumb? What do you think? What are problems we're going to run into? Just comment down below any of your thoughts. But other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.